so much for joining me amongst the never-ending sea of ASMR content on YouTube. Thank you for choosing to watch this video. It is going to be a very exciting one if you're into Gothic fashion, DIYs, and dressing like a vampire. So for today's video, I will be sharing some tips and tricks on how to customize your Gothic wardrobe to further express your inner vampire. I've been wearing this makeup all day and it has started to fall apart a little bit, but I liked it so much that I kept it on all day. I don't often do that because makeup is kind of a sensory difficulty for me sometimes, but I did not put on mascara or line my waterline, the inside of my eye. That just is very uncomfortable for me. It makes my eyes water, but if I don't put those things on, it ends up being a little bit more rock and roll, androgyny, more leaning towards masculine, I guess. I did my eyebrows too. I typically color them with concealer and make them lighter, but in this case, I wanted to let the eyes speak a little bit more. So I used Juvia's Place eyeshadow and the Ulta Beauty Collection glitter and About Face matte fluid eye paint. And it's this bright green. It's brilliant. I love it so much. And for the black, I believe I used Urban Decay eyeshadow. If you are interested in a makeup video in the future, let me know. I just do what I call the butterfly eye lately, where it's this big old smoky triangle and then a little smudgy here to kind of emulate a butterfly eye. Alright, this video I've been very excited to record, and this is my third time recording this video, and I'm still excited. I've been experiencing some audio difficulty with my phone. I will be upgrading it and also investing in recording equipment for my phone. It's going to take a while to get there, but I do have the iPhone 13 and it's seen better days, so I will be upgrading my phone. So in the next few videos, the audio will greatly improve, but for the sake of feedback, I'd like to know which videos you've enjoyed the audio quality the most and which you've enjoyed the least. Alright, enough with that. Let's talk about clothes. I love fashion and I love DIY. I grew up a punk rock kid, and DIY is a huge element of all alternative subcultures dating back to the mid to late 70s, when suburbanites such as myself would not have access to alternative clothing stores. So resorting to DIY projects and thrifting, upcycling, and customizing were all the rage. All the rage. This shirt I'm wearing today is a custom piece that I have done myself. This has probably 50 to 75 safety pins on it, and these cool little skeleton safety pins as well on both sides to add to the value and texture on this collar, and it does go all the way around. I was inspired by a piece from Balenciaga. I believe it was a long sleeve shirt, and it was covered in safety pins, and I don't think I have the patience to do all that, but this I was able to do in about 30 minutes. My advice to you if you do take this DIY project on is to super glue the safety pins, and when it comes time to wash it, put it in a lingerie bag inside out so it does not shred anything. I am just guessing that this would be the best way to do it. Maybe you would like to wash it separately or perhaps dry clean, but it looks very striking and cool, and I really would like to know if any of you try this out. That is my first garment that I'd like to share. Now, due to the fact that I was about wrapped up with recording this video, I have hung up the things that I've taken out all over again. I will start with some recent acquisitions though and work my way up to the most exciting pieces I have in my collection. This works very well actually with the shirt that I'm wearing currently. It is a black blazer with a zipper. Instead of just buttons, it does have buttons as well. But it has a very cool collar. You can zip it all the way up if you like. And it looks very utilitarian. But my favorite detail is zipper pockets as well. There is a utility to a zipper pocket that I have a great respect for. I purchased this at a Salvation Army, and I was talking to my brother about how this felt like it was just made for me. The fit is perfect, the style is so unique, and a random stranger comes by and goes, yeah, that was made for you, it looks great. So that was the selling point for me. I really enjoy it. Even the sleeves are perfect length, which is very hard because I'm rather tall. But I like it a lot. It's a great formal wear with a little bit of detail that only I will really appreciate, I feel. But when it's open, you can clearly see the matte black zipper. That is the first garment, and I really like it a lot. This is by Kenneth Cole Reaction. Okay. The next piece is by Killstar, and I don't think I've purchased anything from them in years because in my pursuit for truly unique garments, I would much rather buy something from a thrift store and customize it myself, but this is one of those things that I just really like a lot. You can see the distressed texture and the lower inlay of the fabric. My favorite detail about this garment is the thumb holes. It reminds me a lot of 90s goth. What I like about a shirt sleeve like this is it emphasizes your fingers. So if you're wearing nail polish or rings, it really emphasizes that and brings more attention to it. Plus I like their collar or their labels. Their labels are very nice. Very cool. One of my favorite shirts. I've had it for years and it's very nice. Alright. The next garment is actually a pair of pants that I was wearing today. And I got these from Salvation Army for about $8, I think. And they are LAPG or LA Police Gear Atlas Tactical Pants. And these are so goth. Without trying to be. There's a lot of utility to these pockets, and if you reach inside, there are even D-rings. So you can hold things like keys or attach bondage straps to the pants to really amplify that gothic look. But the pockets are so well made. The fabric is very tactical, of course, and even has hooks on the pants this way So, a great acquisition from Salvation Army. Big fan of these pants. Alright. I wonder if these fabric sounds will be tingly too. I might do a roleplay of a Gothic clothing store open by appointment only at midnight. I just grabbed a big handful of hangers. So I'm very excited to show you what's in here. This cardigan was navy blue. And it was the first time that I had dyed clothing. It turned out pretty good. I was really impressed with just a bottle of Rit dye. And I distressed the sleeves and the hem at the bottom with a pair of scissors. I was inspired by a cardigan by Killstar, and I didn't want to pay for another cardigan, let alone buy another cardigan. I try to avoid brand new these days whenever possible, which my wardrobe is huge. I don't need anything else. But this is almost exactly like the one I saw, and I was very pleased when I took it out of the dryer once the dyeing process was complete. It fits me nicely. It's good quality. It's cotton. And I got this at the thrift store. Must have been for like $4. I love saving money and I love customizing things. No one in the world has this exact same cardigan in this style, which feels very special to me. So I'm kind of proud of this. There's nothing super remarkable about it, but the story of how it came to look like this, I think, is more interesting. Okay. A couple more pieces that I feel lean into the dark academia vibe that I've been going for lately. And baby goths, listen up. If you want to really lean into that look on a budget, buy some nice sweaters. This sweater is from the thrift store. It's from Mondo di Marco, Firenze. Made in Italy. It is a lovely merino wool mock neck sweater. Very soft, very comfortable. Feels like you're wearing a blanket of Italian merino wool. $5, $4 maybe. Things like this are timeless investment pieces, and you don't have to invest a lot for them to be investment pieces. Love this sweater. I've worn it hundreds of times and layered with Gothic necklaces. It really amplifies the look, so baby goths as well. Investing in a small collection of accessories, necklaces, rings, bracelets, collars, chokers, things like that, can amplify your Gothic look with simple garments. You don't need to spend a whole lot to get that look at all. And in addition to that dark academia aesthetic, invest in some black sweater vests. I bought this from, I think, a consignment store years ago. There's a little fuzz on it. And I've worn it with all colors of button-ups as I wear them a lot. I'm sure you can guess. This really does give studious, but it's comfortable. It is more ideal for winter though. Baby goths, my other advice. I told you I was coming with advice in this video. I told you. You got to know your fabrics and how they wear in the weather where you are. Acetate and most synthetic fibers are very insulative, which mean they are going to get hot. I wouldn't dare wear this in the summertime. I would sweat out of it. But during the winter, this is a fabulous layering piece to keep yourself warm and stylish. This is by Davila, and it's a very nice piece to have to layer. Layering is one of my favorite aspects of styling. This shirt is by YM. bondage gear as fashion accessories because I love metal and hardware. And this just really, what else can I say? It's so cool. It looks great. It elevates, this accessory elevates just about anything you wear. When styled correctly, it can look very expensive. It wasn't, and this shirt was thrifted as well. Big fan. Shout out Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent. For something less bougie, but equally very nice material, this is by Van Heusen, a thrifted cotton pinstripe shirt. I bought this because it reminded me of the Addams Family. It's great. The fabric's really soft and very comfortable. It almost feels like a pajama shirt. A men's pajama shirt, if you've worn those before. Kind of Ebenezer Scrooge vibes. I've worn this a lot recently. I like it quite a bit. This is another thrifted shirt, and it has this amazing pattern to it. I've worn this a lot over the years, and it does have a Gothic air to it with the pattern, but when dressed casually, it doesn't necessarily have to read Gothic. However, the fabric is very nice. It has a weight to it that's also kind of flowy, and it's great for spring and fall. I believe this is a poly shirt as well from the 1980s or 90s. It's by a brand I've never heard of. It's called Fizz. P-H-I-Z, Fizz. I've never seen another garment from this brand before, but I fell in love with it when I saw it on the thrift store rack. I ran to it. I needed to have it, and it fit me great. I have a theory that someone is dropping off garments at my local thrift stores for me and only me to find, because there are some things I'm about to show you. I'm like, who else would wear this in my area? Anyway, this piece is something that I saw in a thrift store and was like, someone either had a really kick-ass pirate costume or there are goths here that I don't know personally. This is a ruched collar. Let me put it towards the light a little bit. Yes, ruched collar and a corseted neckline. It's just really wonderful and very vampy. If you're going for vampire, you're gonna need ruffles, you're gonna need swashbuckling kind of vibe, like Goth Jack Sparrow. That's my magnum opus right there. That's like the number one look that I'm going for is Gothic pirate. When I show you my shoe collection, it'll make more sense because I have quite a few boots that Jack Sparrow himself would wear. But this is great for summertime. It's a light cotton, so it's very breathable and durable, and does not crease very easily either, so big fan of this shirt. Oh. Some color, what? This is an oxblood red, perhaps, maybe a maroon, and it has a shift to it that kind of reads even darker when the light hits it. You can't quite see it on camera, but in person it is striking. It's almost metallic with how the fabric is woven together, and I saw it. I needed it. And this cardigan, both of these items are thrifted. You can see it's got even on the sleeves. It's rad. I don't know who would ever want to get rid of this, but I saw it and I thought about Visual K and Harajuku fashion from the 90s and 2000s in Japan. It was one of my first fashion obsessions. I'm self-admittedly a weeaboo a little bit, so Japanese fashion is a major inspiration for me. This is very street style, but it can be styled with more than just button-downs. I know I love button-downs, but you can wear any of the sweaters that we looked at, t-shirt, even a tank top. This would look very high fashion. And I personally, the last time I wore this ensemble, paired it with an equally dark red pair of slacks, and it looked really nice. So eyes for when people complain I wear too much black. How's the color of blood? I wanted to show you a really cool DIY that anyone could do, Gothic or not. It's just a very interesting approach to DIY that doesn't require sewing but rather cutting. I was inspired by Maison Margiela for this piece. I believe I mentioned them in my jewelry collection video. This is a blazer I bought, a bit oversized, and I cut the sleeves off, exposing the foam padding and the stitching on the sleeve. And I also added a foraged pigeon feather, one of my favorite things to collect from off the ground, in addition to little skulls. I just love the way this looks. It may not read 100% Gothic per se, but it's definitely avant-garde and playing into that dark academia vibe while maintaining an air of punk rock, do-it-yourself aesthetic. But since I don't want to spend thousands on a sleeveless blazer I could make at home, I figured I would do it myself. This is because I own a lot of blazers and I'm not upset with cutting the sleeves off of one. But once I did this, I wanted to do that to all of them. I didn't, but it looks really great and it doesn't look too dressy now. It's more of a statement and less of a formal fashion piece, but you take a pair of heavy-duty scissors and cut carefully along the sleeve and you'll get a very interesting piece that is not too out there and it still makes a statement. So if you're going out to a bar, a nightclub, or even to the grocery store, this is a very cool piece that will have some people looking for sure. Big fan, love it. And this was thrifted, of course. Must be 25 years old. I figured, why not give it a new life? This next piece is something that I purchased actually for my brother, and he decided he did not really wear. But when I gave it to him, it was because it did not fit me. This is by a brand called All Saints. All Saints. All Saints. And if you've ever shopped at All Saints and you are not on the slimmer side, you know ain't nothing gonna fit you, baby. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I lost a significant amount of weight over the years and he returned it to me. This is an extra large and now it fits. But I really like this brand. It is rather expensive. I did thrift this and with the intention of buying it for him. And I've added these collar pins that really give off that vampire vibe. As you can see, very cool. This is a cotton shirt. I must have paid $5 for it. It's very inexpensive. But it is a piece that will last me a long time and be eternally stylish. It just bumps it up with these collar pins, which you can take off and add to other shirts, but it kind of lives on this shirt now. So, love this shirt. It's great. I'm saying accessories make the outfit, so if you're able to invest in little details like that, it'll amp up everything. Oh, speaking of visual kei and Harajuku, this garment I believe I got from a Japanese clothing store years ago, and it has this very avant-garde Dementor vibe to it. It's got a lot of tassels and this band around the front, and even a exaggerated large hood. And I have worn this in as many ways as I could, trying to figure out, does this serve a purpose? And I figured out that you can wrap your face in this and then put this layer over top, and it kind of gives you a face mask situation. So if you're trying to be incognito or look like a Dementor, this is the shirt for you. It's stretchy, it's lightweight, it's breathable, and I've had it since like 8th grade, and it's held up really well. There are even some pockets right here, and I found something I was looking for in this shirt. Oh, this is the best. This is the best scenario that could happen. I don't have a septum piercing yet, and I wasn't sure if I would like it, so I purchased a fake one to see if I'd like it, and I kind of do, except this one's a little necklaces or ties underneath. It just reads Vampire Nightclub vibes. It is a cotton poly blend, so it is rather breathable, but the sleeves being, non-existent, kind of help to keep you cool. A couple pieces that I recommend to all goths are turtleneck sweaters. They're great to display your gothic jewelry, such as necklaces, chokers, and I think they look very mod, but also quite timeless. It's a very timeless garment. Everyone from Steve Jobs to Robert Smith has worn a black turtleneck. Big fan. It kind of gives post-punk vibe more than anything to me, the way I style it, but highly recommend. This is also from a thrift store. It is by Croft and Barrow, and is a thick t-shirt kind of fabric, but very, very nice and soft. I value comfort as well as fashion, so I don't have to compromise when you can have both. Looks great on everyone, by the way. Now that we're approaching summertime, goths need to wear clothes too, without sacrificing and wearing white linen. Like, I'm not going to be shooting for Mamma Mia anytime soon, so I won't be wearing white linen outfits. However, I will wear a webbed short sleeve button up. This one features bronze snap closure and a solid collar. It's very pointed, and even sleeve stays, or whatever they're called, little hooks to hold on to the sleeve here. I love it. I bought this from a thrift store, and it called to me because of the semi-translucent fabric here. Big fan. Little things at your thrift store can really make a world of difference versus buying brand new, and that way you'll have something that other people in the scene are not wearing. I like individualism, and I like wearing things that other people don't have. So, big fan. I think we've reached the end of part 1. So we're going to wrap up with my favorite item that I own. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Stay right there. Don't move. This is an Andrew Mark fur and leather jacket from Marshall Fields, circa 1980s. I bought it from a men's consignment store in Chicagoland years ago, and I did not even anticipate buying anything, but when I saw it and I tried it on, I knew it had to be mine. This was even inspiration for me to lose some weight so I could fit into this. It reminds me of my favorite show, What We Do in the Shadows. There are a few characters that I could see rocking this, including Nandor. And the fur is so soft and kind of flashes chocolate brown in the light. You can't quite see on the camera. And this is lamb leather, which is the softest leather that you can get. I think this was very well cared for and possibly not even worn ever. It came with the tags from the 80s in the pockets. I was astounded. So, I had to buy it. It's in great shape. It will last me for the rest of my life. And I'm glad I splurged when I did. Sometimes I like to save money. Other times I have to spend the extra money if it's something that I really want. And usually when I buy things that are a little bit pricier, I like to wait. But I was not risking someone else going home with this jacket. Very Vampire Pivot. Big fan. And it makes nice sounds too. I love the sound of leather. It's so soothing. So in the next video, I'll show you pants that I've collected and thrifted and customized, along with some shoes and maybe some more accessories, bags, things like that. That'll be in part 2. I believe the next video that I want to make is going to be a makeup video. Get ready with me to show you how I do my makeup. I really enjoy makeup artistry a lot. It was a career of mine for a while. Now I just do it for myself and occasionally anyone I can wrestle into a chair and attack with glitter and black eyeshadow. But if you'd like to see how I do this shape on my eye, I'd love to do a makeup tutorial. But I think that's all for now. I do have some t-shirts that I'll show you next time too. I have a vast collection of dark and gothic t-shirts. Shirts for movies that I like this one, The Craft. I have band tees. I have interesting garments that don't really fit this category, shall we say. But I have a lot more, you guys. I have a whole other wardrobe downstairs. I have multiple closets. Fashion is a big deal for me. So, more to come and a lot more to talk about. So, thank you for joining me and relaxing with me as I discuss my love of all things Gothic. If you enjoyed this video, once again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and it's completely free. If you're in the goth scene or have Gothic tendencies, leave a comment down below with what your favorite thing to wear is right now. What's a garment you keep coming back to? What's something you like to wear often? What makes you feel comfortable? What makes you feel more you when you wear it? Is it a flannel? Is it a pair of jeans? Is it a sweater? Maybe it's your favorite sweater. Maybe it's a sweater you just got. I don't know. Anything you like to wear. I love talking about clothes. So, I got some really great comments in my last video about some bands that you guys like to listen to, and I've since listened to all of your recommendations, and I have to say you guys have amazing taste. I really enjoyed the songs and bands you recommended, so keep them coming. I'm a very musically inclined person. I make my own music. In the future, I will be sharing some music that I've produced, recorded, written, and mixed all by myself. And I've been doing that for a long time too. I'm very creative in all aspects of my life, so I would love to share that with you all in the future. But there's a lot more great videos coming soon, so please stay tuned, my villains. Stay tuned, my villains. Stay tuned, my villains. Until next time, stay spooky, stay spooky, stay spooky, stay spooky. Stay silly. And stay sleepy. I command you to sleep. Sleepy. Thank you once again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Go to bed. I command you to sleep. 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 Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. You're wonderful. You're unique. You are loved. You are amazing. You are appreciated. You are intelligent. You are smart. And your creativity knows no